Hello everybody and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 3 video. Now today we're going to be discussing the fact on which species are going to be included in the Jurassic World Rebirth DLC. The species that we have is actually 5 or 6 if you count another species that would only had a brief cameo, but we do know it actually did appear and I know some people were interested about that. Now the 6 species we had were the Aqualops, the Titanosaurus, the Animanathus, this super secret amphibian that has not yet to be named, the Mutodon, and then the Distortus Rex obviously. Do you guys see the problem? There's 6 species, or 5 if you discard the amphibian, when DLC packs usually only contain 4. But the Wetlands DLC pack had 3. That is true. However, the Dinosaurus was probably last minute removed from the pack to not piss off fans. Now, I do think we can see hints of this, especially with the decorations that were included in the Wetlands pack. So I do think it's very, very likely that the Dinosaurus was going to be the 4th animal in that DLC. If we keep the same premise, it does seem that expansions and probably species packs are going to have the same amount of species, being 4, mirroring the pattern of Jurassic World Evolution 2. Now, this means that 2 of our species, or one of them, would be cut from the Jurassic World Rebirth DLC. Now, who would stay and who would leave? Now, I think the 2 most likely contenders to stay are the Mutodon and the Distortus Rex. These guys were the big bad guys of the movie, and obviously they're the main point of this movie. Now, the other animal that I don't really think is going to be cut is the Aqualops. The Aqualops is basically the cute little baby dinosaur of this movie, and is also the poster child. I highly doubt they would cut that animal. Now, who's going to be the 4th slot? Now, the last 3 options we have is the prehistoric unnamed amphibian, the Animanathus, and the Titanosaurus. Now, I think this last slot would go to the Titanosaurus. The Titanosaurus is one of the big 3 animals that they have to extract blood from for heart disease, so I don't think they would cut him out, especially with how much of a massive scene he had in Jurassic World Rebirth, and it is another sauropod to add into the game. This sadly leaves out the Animanathus and the prehistoric amphibian. Now, again, the prehistoric amphibian showed up for so little, and we don't even have a name for it. It is very possible they won't even add it into Jurassic World Evolution 3. I wouldn't really get your hopes up for that creature. And then for the Animanathus, it did have a small scene, but at least we know the name of this, so I think it's more likely for it to be added in at some point during Jurassic World Evolution 3's lifespan. Now, how would they add in these cut species from the Rebirth DLC? Now, they have done this before with Camp Cretaceous and actually Jurassic World Dominion. Now, Jurassic World Dominion had 9 new species that they had to introduce into Jurassic World Evolution 2. The first DLC that included 4 of these species was the Jurassic World Evolution Biocene expansion. Now, this included the Therizinosaurus, the Dimetrodon, the Pyroraptor, and the Quetzalcoatlus. Now, later on, 6 months later, we had the Jurassic World Evolution Dominion Malta expansion, and that introduced 4 more. That being the Listersaurus, the Morris Intrepidus, the Oviraptor, and the Atrociraptor. This was 8 out of the 9 species, and the 9th, being the infamous Microceratus, didn't get added in way later in the last Jurassic World Evolution 2 DLC in the Park Manager's Collection Pack. Now that's 9 species spread out for a while, and it took us forever to get them. And with Camp Cretaceous, we had the exact same situation. Now in the Camp Cretaceous pack, we actually got 2 of the 6 species. That was the Monolophosaurus and the Scorpius rex. Until the Prehistoric Marine Species pack with the Nothosaurus. After that, we got the Cretaceous Predators pack, which included the Tarbosaurus. And after that, finally, we got the Spinoceratops in the Secret Species pack. Now that's 5 out of 6. Now, sadly, the Smilodon never did get added, but I'm sure if they did add it in some point, they were going to introduce it in some sort of Cenozoic pack if they ever did decide to add it in Cenozoics. Now, the Smilodon is still absent from Jurassic World Evolution 3 to this day, and I am still of the opinion that it is going to be added into Jurassic World Evolution 3 in some sort of Cenozoic pack. This shows that Frontier isn't really opposed to spreading out species from shows or films into other DLC packs if it will make them more money. Now, the Animanathus could be included in some sort of flying reptile pack or just some sort of flying pack. We did get a lagoon pack in Jurassic World Evolution 2, so I think it's only fair we get a flying pack in Jurassic World Evolution 3. The prehistoric amphibian could have been added into the wetlands pack, but again, it is a fictional creature, so we don't really know and would have to get a whole name to add it in. Now, that's just my thoughts on how these species are going to be added in. What do you guys think? If you had to pick just 4 species for the Jurassic World Rebirth expansion, would it be those 4 that I listed, or would it be another combination? Do you guys think they're going to expand the sizes of expansions to include more species, or do you guys think they're going to stay with the Jurassic World Evolution 2 formula of keeping them with the same amount of species? Please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. But that is everything from me, and I will see you guys later.